Hello, welcome back to Therapy Tuesday. For today's therapy, we're going to be doing paint by numbers. So I got this box of paint by numbers from Kaiser Craft. It comes with the canvas as well as a paper for you to do some sketch if it's your first time painting by number, just so that you know how the flow goes. But because I've done one paint by number before, I didn't need to do it on paper, so I just followed the instructions. So the instruction on the canvas has numbers, and then you have to correspond the numbers with the paints that are numbered as well. So this is me trying out different brushes just to see which works for which part of the canvas, and I kept doing it. I had my phone on the other end recording for the story beat. I kept doing it. I'll stand up, adjust it according to what I want to get from the recording. I kept standing up at intervals, as you'd see, coloring. I was all by myself in the office doing what I wanted to do. So this is like my home office, just doing my beat, and it was really good. There was no distraction. I had no phone to look at Instagram just because I was using the phone to record. So I totally was doing this. I did this for 3 hours on Thursday when I started. I stood up to drink water. I stood up to tend to baby. I stood up to do one or two things, but I'll say 3 hours with the break inclusive. And I didn't finish that day, so I finished up this particular work on Saturday. I spent another 2 hours, so in total I'll say 5 hours, which includes break. It was really therapeutic. So if you wanted to do this, I'd say you give it 5-6 hours if it's your first time, and just go with the flow. It's really beautiful. Sometimes you think, oh, I've colored all the 19, like number 19 on the canvas, and then when you're going through, you just see another 19, you're like, oh, I missed that. So you have to go over again to color. It was very interesting. It was beautiful. I didn't know what I was painting on. Like the last time I could tell I was painting a fruit bowl, but this time I couldn't tell what I was painting with this one. It was just very unique. I couldn't tell from the box. I colored, I kept painting. I'd look at it, I would look into the screen, and I just kept doing my thing. It was just very beautiful. I would do this again. I think I've got a box from Kmart. I got one from Kmart the last time I went. I was doing some more numbers, and I kept straining and I kept looking just so that I could get my desired result. This is me checking and just seeing if I missed out on any numbers. And I was doing it slow and steady. They say wins the race, and so I kept at it. It was beautiful. It was just amazing looking at those numbers and colors. Amen. After a while, it was time for prayers, and so I stopped recording with my phone. I just put my prayers on, and I was still coloring as I was listening, and I was also writing my prayer points down. It was amazing multitasking, listening to prayers, painting, writing down. I know sometimes I should give myself a break, but today, while I painted this, I just thought it was good multitasking. I'm sure to not do that again. I'll be concentrating. Prayer finished, and so I went back to recording myself, and by now you could see I've gone so many steps ahead of when I left out before prayers, and I thought I could finish it in one day, but I couldn't. I just needed to tell myself the truth that I couldn't finish this in one day, and so I left it. This was the end of the first session of painting. So after 3 hours, I needed to go somewhere, and I came back. I resumed on Saturday listening to Wafback, and I was now listening to my iPad, and I had my phone recording. I was just doing my thing, and now I got a bottle of water to help me wash the brushes so that I'm not standing up going to the bathroom a million times to wash up the brush. I just used that water to do my thing, and I was coloring all by myself, doing my thing. It was beautiful. I loved what I was seeing, even if I don't know what it is that I've painted at the end of the day. I just love painting, and I'm thinking paint by numbers is my new favorite thing. I think even kids can get onto it. You don't have to be in therapy. You don't have to be doing therapy to just enjoy the many things that you can do at the art shop. Paint by numbers would come in my first 5 things to do. Sewing will be maybe number one. Number two, I would also color without numbers very soon. I just want to see what I can do by myself. I'll probably draw out things I know how to draw and then color it. But for now, print by numbers is one of the most exciting things I would do. I am doing. I'll do it over and over again. Are you going to do paint by numbers? And if you want to get your art stuff, you can get it from Kmart. I've gotten some from Kmart as well as Kaiser Craft. It's very beautiful, the different things you can color, the different things you can achieve. It makes me feel like I'm Picasso of some sort, except this is Picasso not. Well, I love doing what I did, and I'll do it again soon. Catch you next week. Have a beautiful week. Bye bye. Stay blessed.
God has also raised body ministers to address it. And to this group I belong, to talk about righteousness and to retain it as part of our lifestyle.